have to use the shitty mic for this video, but somebody said, Dre, could you do a video shoes that aren't Jordans? I'm assuming kids don't really like Jordans these days. That's cool. I get it. It does become a point in your life that you could get tired of Jordans, and I will say Jordans are definitely oversaturated at the moment, and I'm glad that you guys are exploring a bit, and we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you what's trending and what's sitting at a retail under. New Balance boom is something that is good. I'm glad that New Balance is getting the recognition that it deserves. New Balance been at it for years. If you really been tapped into the sneaker culture for a long time, New Balance been dropping heat. But it seems like a lot of people are just riding a wave now. And I can honestly say the 90s, 60s are fire. I did see them in person. They are big as fuck to me, but I heard they are very comfy. And I like the shoe a lot. I don't know if I want to spend that 150, 60, whatever they are, but it's a lot of colorways that you might can find that's under retail. Like I'm looking at this gray colorway right now, definitely under retail on some sites, but you can find a lot of these at Foot Locker or all your local stores. These are everywhere. The New Balance, one of them New Balance I can say they definitely went down over the past year or two. Was fire when they first came out and still fire. The 2002 R protection pack, all the colorways, including this gray colorway. But if you just get the regular 2002 Rs, you can't go wrong with them either. Definitely fire. I love these. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a hype beast when it comes to New Balance, and I actually love these a lot on foot, and they're comfortable. I haven't seen a soul that actually like this shoe, but to me, they're growing on me. It's getting a lot of flack because I see what he's trying to do with it, or what Nike's trying to do with it. The people are just not, as I will say, fucking with it. The book one is solid. Now, I can agree with y'all. It's better shit to spend my money on. But the book is a nice, I guess you can say, hoop shoe. You know, you have to separate it now these days. But I also think you can wear these off court. If you're like me and don't give a fuck what people say, I think it's a solid shoe. Now, is it better things you can spend your money on? Certainly. But the book one is available everywhere. I want to continue to say, a lot of you guys bought your first pair of Dunks in the pandemic. You know who you are. You never liked that shoe in the first place. But Dunks have been super overly saturated, and golly, I'm glad that it's over with. Are they still pretty hot? Yes. But if you're paying resale, remember people were paying $300 to $400 for Pandas? You're going to hell. I promise you, you're part of the problem. But now those days are over. Most Dunks colorways, you can definitely get those at retail. Regular Dunks though, SBs, it's another story. I love this shoe so much. It just went super under the radar. You know, look, from my comments, Adidas has been getting a lot of flack because of the Yeezy situation, and people are just, I guess you could say, leaving or not supporting Adidas like they need y'all anyway. But they're still dropping heat without Kanye, and I don't think people really know that. The forums, this Bape collab they did, you would think it'd be something super expensive, but they're not. Nobody bought these. You can get these at under retail on a lot of sites too. The camo, the regular camo one, and the baby blue camo one, I love these so much. Look, forums fire on feet. I go get a pair, but the Bape collab on these was super fire and super under the radar. Like I said, I don't think nobody knows about these, and these are affordable for sure. If you're like me and never gave a shit what anybody had to say, you just love shoes and just wear shoes, the AE1 is available. To me, when I do my top 10 shoes of the year, the AE1 is going on that list. Now, I have two colorways of the shoe. The shoe is fire. I don't like this velocity blue colorway though. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like we're in an age. I may be following the trend a little bit, but wearing solid color shoes is kind of a no-no. Oh, I just kind of grew up out of it. Well, I still do it low key, but not really. But if you are just one of them dudes that want to hoop in them, they're definitely available, and don't sleep on them. AEs be selling out, but in the aftermarket, they're definitely available for probably like a pinch over. An all-time classic that nobody really pays attention to. I was buying a pair, and then this one lady told me in the store, old man shoes. I couldn't do anything but shake my head. You cannot go wrong with a good pair of Air Max ones. And I find so many of them under retail. I think 150 for these is just too high, but most colorways in the aftermarket, if you look, are definitely under retail. You cannot go wrong with this. You can't name me one person that ever said they did not like an Air Max. I would die on this hill. If we talking about the most consistent line in shoe history or Nike's history that never missed, is a pair of Air Max. Pick one. Buying designer on sale, that is that country shit. That is a quote by the rapper V's. If you follow that analogy, you're part of the problem. It's nothing wrong with saving a few bucks. I'm going to give you a little free game. Designer holds no value. So designer brands, when the season is over with for that particular shoe or design or model, they own to the next shit. They send it to these boutiques and I will say Saks Fifth, half off, whatever you can find them at. A good place I always can find them at is eBay. So if it was $1,200 retail, it's likely $600, $500, probably even less. And then the pre-owned market after that is super, bro, 1/4 of the price. If you're into designer, I think that's the lane you should go. It never hurts to save a few bucks, people. So yes, all designer is definitely way cheaper when you next season it. You guys try to exploit the shit out of Travis Scott every goddamn release. I'm glad these didn't go anywhere. Now, don't get me wrong, the reverse swoosh version definitely did, but if you really give a fuck about it that deep, you are part of the problem. I mean, it's a solid shoe, but it's not enough to be doubling, tripling the price. The reverse swoosh Mac attacks, fuck them. But if you want the regular version of the Mac attack, they are cheap. These like 80 to 90 bucks, probably cheaper than that, bro. You cannot go wrong with this. This is like a solid shoe. I'm pretty sure if you like old stuff like me, like windbreakers, you can find a windbreaker that'll match it. Put the shit together. It's a cheap shoe. Your options are low. You don't have that much money anyway, but available. They super cheap. I was talking to the younger folks. I'm not that fucking old. Let me stop playing. But he had to be like 15, 16 years old. He was like, I hate when y'all call me that, but my generation don't really wear Barclays like that. I say, damn, really? I'll say, I'm gonna give you some Barclays y'all can wear. You can never go wrong with an all-time classic. Barclays is probably like in my top 5 favorite silhouettes or favorite just Nikes all time. The Barclays are fire. They got this white, black, and purple colorway. They always come out with these like every 2 years for whatever reason. Now, I will give a fair warning. God, these need an instruction manual how to put this goddamn shoe on. I love Barclays so much, but it is the hardest shoe to put on. But Barclays are highly available. They got some cold colorway. I love this brown colorway. That was a new colorway. You can't go wrong with the classics. They got some other colorways like a neon colorway. Definitely don't sleep on the Barclays, but yeah, those are the shoes you definitely you can get that are cheap or accessible that aren't Jordans.